Hello, my name is Sally Gimmon, and I'm the owner of TrustIsYou.com. And I have to apologize, my voice sounds horrible. We're having crazy weather. But I want to teach people how to save federal taxes legally. So few people have ever heard of the Spendthrift Trust. It is legal, copywritten, and in the IRS Tax Code 643B. It's going to save you in four very important ways. And I want to teach this to as many U.S. business owners, U.S. 1099 income earners, and U.S. investors. I cannot help people who are W 2 income earners, but anybody else needs to know this information. Number one, it's going to save federal taxes year after year, generation after generation. Who doesn't want to save federal taxes? Number two, it's going to keep your information 100% private. Unfortunately, there's a false rumor out there that your LLC or your S Corp does this. Oh, no, 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 no. I can go to the Secretary of State website or the Corporation Commission website of your state and research your LLC. There is a reason why 40% of all LLCs get sued every single year. Also, when you have an LLC, that's affecting your personal taxes. When you have the Spendthrift Trust, we take that out of your personal taxes and put it under its own EIN, so we lower your personal taxes. So if one person is getting W 2 income, they're going to save taxes too, and you'll save taxes. Beautiful thing. Number three way to save money, talking about being sued. The old adage from Nelson Rockefeller, own nothing, control everything. If you put everything into the trust, your cars, your home, your properties, your investments, your business, everything else, it's the iron vault, and they only can sue you, the individual. You, the individual, are worth nothing, so it goes away. That's a frivolous lawsuit. And then number four, if you're not aware of the 2024 Corporate Transparency Act paperwork from the Treasury Department, if you have any of the Spendthrift Trusts, you're shielded from doing that work. Amazing thing. Just to give you an idea, if this is part of the 2020 Anti-Money Laundering Act that the Treasury Department is asking for all this information. It's not difficult to fill out, but why would you want to give the government all this information? One of my clients who I just helped, who had 14 properties and had 14 LLCs, would have had to do the paperwork 14 times. If you do not do the paperwork, if you're an established LLC, doing business as or corporation, you have until January 1st of 2025 to do the paperwork. If you start a new LLC doing business as or corporation, you have 90 days or 3 months to do the paperwork. If you do not do the paperwork, you will be fined $10,000 or 2 years in jail, or both. $10,000 or 2 years and or 2 years in jail. If you do the paperwork and don't do it correctly, if you're a doctor's office and you don't, and a nurse has access to the databases and you don't put her name down, you could be charged $500 per day. That includes Saturdays and Sundays. Why even bother doing this? Get the Spendthrift Trust, save taxes, keep your information private, pay no judgments if you get sued, and not even worry about the Corporate Transparency Act paperwork. Amazing. So let me get into this. There are two separate trusts that I'm going to talk about. There's actually 5 trusts, but 2 I'm going to talk about very much. The first trust is the business trust. This is for U.S. business owners and U.S. 1099 income earners. You will save at least 90% of your federal income taxes every single year. Who doesn't want to do that? 90%. This is your money to pay off your mortgage, to buy a new car, to go on a family vacation, to save for retirement, to open a second location, to hire a part-time person or a full-time person. Your decisions. Also, if you're living in one of the 43 states that have state income taxes or personal taxes, if you get everything into the trust, you will save those taxes too. An amazing thing. So with the business trust, I'm just going to be cheating because I'm going to look at some of my things. I'm going to keep talking, but I want to give you some ideas of what's happening here. I'm helping a gentleman with 4 franchise sub shops. He is going to save, let me get to the right place. He's going to save $40,122 a year. Again, let me tell you this. A full year, he'll save $40,122 every year. Now, I'll be honest, he started his business trust back in September of 2023. So he's saving a little bit of money in 2023, but he'll continue to save that money 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029. Continue going all the time. What would you do with an extra $40,122? That's a lot of money. To give you another example that a customer, a client of mine that started working with me, um, a gentleman who has an Amazon store. Actually, I'm going to be honest, he has quite a few Amazon stores. He sells all kinds of things online. We're going to be saving him in a full year. Again, he started his trust back in August of 2023. In a full year, he would save $56,419. That is based on 2023 numbers. The 2024 numbers have come down, taxes have come down a little bit, but still, an extra $56,000 a year, that's life changing. That's what some people make an entire year he's saving in federal taxes. Now, what's going to happen? Just so you know, there are 7 different tax brackets from 10% up to 7%, 7 different tax brackets, and 4 ways to file your taxes: single, married jointly, married separately, or head of household. It can be very confusing. I'm inviting you to set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me on my calendar. When you do that, I'm going to take you out to NerdWallet. I'm going to show you the formula for your tax brackets. I'm going to show you what it looks like at 90%. I'm going to give you 2 pages of case law. The trust is legal. It's been in front of the United States Supreme Court twice. Both times the Supreme Court has honored it. And I'm going to give you my slide deck so you can see who's saving money. This is an amazing thing that the very rich families know about. Again, I don't think I told you this, but this comes from England back when King Henry VIII, the famous king who was chopping off his wives' heads, he started the Church of England. Yeah, murder a few ladies, start a church. Why not? He went to go tax the lords and ladies of England. They went back further into history than Magna Carta. It's contract law that came to the colonies while we were still part of England. This is contract law. The law firm I work on behalf of inherited a trust that turned 350 years old in 2023, before we were a country. Yay! Now, the law firm I work on behalf of, they handle the Benson Financial Trust. Robert Benson was a Harvard law professor. 75 years ago, he wrote the trust. It has never been audited. One trust was examined by a senior IRS agent in 2018. He signed off on it. In 75 years, none of the clients have ever been audited, so they can give you a certification saying they will defend you if the IRS questions you free of charge. Why not? It's easy peasy. So the law firm he started his law firm with his best friend. They left it to 2 sons, and now it's a grandson. This has gone on from generation to generation. Speaking of generation to generation, our current tax code went into effect February of 1913. It's been 110 years. It was only supposed to be around for about 6 years. So the rich families, the really rich families back then, the Carnegies, the DuPonts, the Rockefellers, the Kennedys, they all put this in the tax code 643B, so they can start saving money. The way I found out about my trust, I started both the business trust and the beneficial trust in September of 2020. I read a book called What the Rockefellers Do. The Rockefellers Trust is 7 generations old and has almost 400 people under the same EIN number. If the Rockefellers and the DuPonts can do this, why can't we do this? This is why I'm teaching this on YouTube as much as I can. So the business trust is for U.S. business owners, 1099 income earners. The beneficial trust is for all U.S. investors. I don't care what kind of investor you are. You're going to save the following taxes. You're going to save, if you sell something at a profit, there's short-term and long-term capital gains. Just give you an idea. Short-term capital gains are a year or less and are charged between 10% to 37%, 7 different layers. Long-term capital gains are a year or more, and you're going to be charged 15% or 20%. That could be a lot of money. I'm helping a gentleman sell a restaurant at the end of January. They bought it for $800,000. They're going to sell it for $3 million. The in between, you're going to make me do math. $2.2 million. He's going to save, and if I get these numbers wrong, please forgive me. I don't have them in front of me. He's going to save $400,000 at 15%, $600,000 at 20%. He's 63 years old. This is his money for retirement. He won't have to pay this back to the government ever again. Some people talk about doing a 1031 exchange. There's a timeline, and you kick the can down the street. You got to pay them sooner or later. With the Spendthrift Trust, you never pay the capital gains. Amazing. So that's capital gains. You can use this money over and over again to do what you want with it. The next way you're going to save money is going to be with interest income. Interest income is for any passive investor, anyone who's doing seller financing. Maybe you're selling a business or selling a piece of property with seller financing, creative financing, doing subject to details, doing the BRRRR strategy. I have 12 notes that pay me interest income. Or if you're a forex investor, I hate to tell you this, forex investors, you get taxed twice: interest income and capital gains on all your profits. You can save this with a Spendthrift Trust. You're going to save dividend income if you're in the stock market, if you're doing commodities trading, if you're doing futures trading, if you're a day trader. Think of all the money you could save, all the taxes you could save, and buy more dividends. Why not? Rental income. You can say if you've got short-term rental like Airbnb, vacation rentals, traveling nurses, or if you have long-term rentals, 3 doors, 10 doors, 14 doors, multifamily, commercial property, apartment investing. I just went to a seminar last Saturday that talked about doing both depreciation and cost averaging. The example he used, so I'm going to give you these numbers. If you have a $300,000 home and you are renting it out, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, $300,000 home, and you're renting it out for $2,000. When you take depreciation for 27 and a half years, that $2,000 per month, which is $24,000, you'll make $15,272 in rental income. If you're at 22%, there's the 7 different layers. So I use 22%. If you have a bunch of rentals, you could be at 24% or you could be up at 32%. So I'm just using lower numbers, 22%. You would save $3,360 in rental income every single year, keeping your information private and not paying any judgments if you get sued. Amazing thing. Now, if you're doing the cost averaging like he was talking about, yes, you'll save more money, more taxes, but why even bother to do this? With cost averaging, again, the $300,000 house being charged $2,000 a month, that's $24,000 a month, you still would make $11,122 rental income, and you would still have to pay every year in federal taxes $2,446. That could be a lot of money. After the conversation, I went up to talk to the gentleman. He has 42 houses, so I'm getting my little calculator out because I want to do this correctly. So I'm just using his same numbers, 2,446 times 43 houses. We're going to save him $105,178 at 22%. He's not at 22%. He's higher than that. So that we'll save him even more money than that. So this is for rental income. And then finally for royalties, if you're an actor, an actress, you're in the NFT world, you have intellectual properties, you're a musician, you have patent properties. I get paid copyrighted information for selling this trust. I have the beneficial trust and I don't pay anything on this. So I want to invite you to come to set up a free 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me, www.thetrustisyou.com/scheduling, so I can help you save as much money on taxes. I know it's tax season right now. I'll be honest, I cannot help you for 2023. I can help you going forward. So please reach out to me. My name is Sally Gimmon. My website is thetrustisyou.com. I want to help as many U.S. business owners, U.S. 1099 income earners, and U.S. investors save federal taxes legally with the Spendthrift Trust. The Benson Financial Trust has been around for 75 years. It hasn't been audited one time. The only way this is going to change is contract law. The only way it would change if the IRS changes tax rule 643B. If they change tax rule 643B, your trust is a contract. They can't break that. I can't sell any more trusts, but it doesn't matter. I'm a real estate investor and I'm doing really well. So I'll keep saving my money. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.